morning, everyone. This is Ulysses GMB Corpus, and today I'll be demonstrating my lesson plan in FSIE that tackles about population and environment. Today, I'll be demonstrating this lesson plan that is integrated with digital literacy. So let us all assume that I am here discussing the lesson through online, since we all know that online classes has been a major factor that that is used by teachers to provide information and as well as discuss lessons through the pandemic time. So let us utilize different digital tools that is used in learning, in providing information. So without further ado, let me start my demonstration. So good morning, everyone. Is everybody here already? Who is your class mayor? Ms. Lanzaderas, are you the class mayor? So please tell your classmates in your group chats that I am already here and the class will start at exactly 9:30. So then, how are you? Have you already eaten your breakfast? Yes? Ah, okay. So very good. Did you all took your breakfast? Oh, why? Why not? Ah, I see. So you just woke up. Okay. Am I clear here? Am I clear? My voice is my voice not too soft? Okay, sige. Okay, okay. How about your internet connection? Okay, let me check my presentation here. Okay, all things. So is everybody here already? So let me ask anyone from you to lead the prayer. Please lead the prayer. Miss Aguilar. We all are aware that our population is growing. Here in our town, Sagbayan, the population from then is constantly rising. So it means that our place, our community is slowly increasing or is slowly expanding. So it means that the more population that is present in a certain place, the more necessities from the food, from the shelter, and for the location of where they are going to live, right? So we are now aware that in a span of time, there is a constant change in the population count. So every now and then, the population grows. For example, in my place, way back 2010, what year now? It's already 2023. So then, way back, the count of the population that is present in my place were just only 50 individuals. These individuals are mostly from my family. So in my place, purok size manga was back then 50 individuals present in that place. But now 2023 had a new year has begun and the current count of the individuals living in our area only in Purok Manga has already reached 70 personnel. So, see, there is really a constant change in the population over a span of time. So now, I have a picture here for you to see and for you to analyze, for you to differentiate what is the changes. If there is a sudden change or a sudden rise in the population or a sudden growth in the population in a certain specific place, what can you observe about the environment on it? So let me show you. So now, I took this picture from the internet. But for you to really analyze, for you to know the validity of this, you can have the link of this picture. So then, yes, Miss Alisan, please state your observation on the based on the picture that I have shown you earlier. Okay. So you mean, yeah, yes, the place. There's a certain place. Okay. So you mean that there is a certain change in the environment? What specifically? Okay, okay. Sige. Very good, Miss Alison. What a detailed observation. So yes, as you can observe in the picture, there is really a certain change from a span of time. Do you think that it is connected on the sudden rise of the population growth? How about you, Mr. Lesar? Okay. So yes, population has something to do with the environment. So if you think that our population will not contribute any change in the environment, you are wrong. Because first, if there is a sudden change or if there is an additional count in the population, where will they be living? That's the first point. If I, a new from the neighborhood, and wants to live in that neighborhood, where could I go and find a place for me to put up my own home? Since, yeah, we all know that each and every individual do live in an own place, so in an own home. So then I, a new individual in the neighborhood, will find some space that is present in that only area. So it means that if it takes for me to cut down some trees to level some certain area that is low just for me to put up my own house, then I'll be doing it. So as what Miss Alison said, there is a change in the environment due to that thing that the tree is cut on the previous picture. On the older picture, there was a certain tree that is present in there, and now the tree is gone, and it is replaced by a house. So that is how important population contributes to the environment. So is it a risk for the environment if the population is uncontrollably rising? How about you, Miss Abiho? Please louder your voice because you are choppy here. I think your internet connection is somewhat poor. Okay. So yes, Miss Abiho is right. It is a population is a major factor that somehow destroys the environment. So are you aware of that? That there is, if there is a sudden rise in the population growth, environment is in danger. The ecosystem in the environment is at the risk. So yes, it is important for us to know that if whatever we take from the environment, whether it's a tree, especially for the animals that is present, they may somehow be in danger or not, we must conserve and still preserve them even though that we are extension in our houses, building something out from the resources. So it means that we should put empathy to the environment. So whatever we take in the environment, we must replace it. For example, if we cut down a tree, plant. If we cut down some fruit-bearing trees, plant. Anything. Even though if it is a banana tree, still you should replace it from the older tree to a new sibling. So that is really how important environment to us. For us, in the future purposes, it may somehow help us. For example, for the fruit-bearing trees, it will somehow give us some food in the future, right? Those fruits that are present in our environment, like the guava, banana, and coconuts, are the result or the product of the kindness of the our elders. They are the ones who planted it, and we are the ones who had harvested what they had planted. So it is a give and take from the environment. So let's now proceed to our activity. So now that we already know that population is really affecting the environment badly, if it is uncontrollable, it means that there is no control in the rise of population. So, what do you think will happen to the environment if the population is still rising at this moment? So, I want anybody from the online class to answer this. I'd like, is Miss Gallego around? Anybody? Oh, there she is. So, Miss Gallego, what do you think will happen to the environment if the population is uncontrollably rising? So then, okay, right. Ah, very good. That's a good point. So yes, class, are you aware of that saying? I will speak in vernacular just for you to really know. Lahat ng sobra nakakasama. So, tanang sobra makadaot. So that is also apply in environment. Why? In the environment around us, in the surrounding, the ecosystem that we are living, there we get the chain on cycle of life. Whatever present in the ecosystem that is suddenly removed may affect the living of each organism present in the environment. So it is for you to understand that whatever present, whether it is a certain insect that is present in the environment around us, in the surrounding around us, it will affect the chain, the cycle of life that is present in an ecosystem. Since an ecosystem is a biodiversity, so it consists of different living things. That includes us, of course. So if we are careless in the part of not thinking about the population growth, it will really somehow affect the environment around us. And do you think we are not affected on it? What if we cut down all the trees just to make home, just to provide housing plans? If I am the mayor, I will create a housing plan for this village. I will cut down the certain area because it is unnecessary. Why? It takes space, in creating some establishment. It really takes space. It really takes cutting down certain things, removing anything from the obstacle just to put up a certain establishment. So then, if I am the mayor, I will cut down. What happened to the environment in the future if there are some consequences or natural happenings that will happen? For example, I provided them happiness through creating some housing plans, and then the housing plan is created near the riverside or near the hill. Let's assume that it is here in Sagbayan. So then, do you think that there is somewhat a consequence of what I did, even though it benefited the entire community? Yes, of course. If I cut down all the trees when I was about to provide uh the plan to establish all the housing plans, a danger or a threat might have happened or might really occur, of course. Certain landslides, of course. Because trees are somewhat still a protector of us, even though they don't talk, even though we can't communicate with them. But note that trees are still the protectors of us. They are silently protecting us from these certain natural calamities, certain natural happenings. So when the time, let's go back to the example. When the time when in the future there is a heavy rain, then you are on the hillside or the riverside. Do you think that we are not affected on whatever will happen if the soil in the hillside will loosen up? Do you think that the village or the certain housing plan won't be affected on it? So yes, it is very important for us to know that our environment matters for us to live. So as the population must be controlled, we can provide an enough plans to be able to minimize this current these things that I have mentioned. But note that with a sudden rise in the population, the needs of individuals, especially present in that certain community or in a certain place, will also rise, leading to the lack of natural resources. You know that in making a home, you need some woods that is present in the natural environment. So it is for us to remember that although it is not obvious, it is not clearly seen that the population in our area is affecting the environment, but in the long run, but when the time comes in the future, the result will prevail, of course. It will affect not just us, but everyone. This might affect all with just one mistake, with just one error, with just one with just not taking attention on that certain specific problem. So then, let us proceed to our performing activity. Okay? So I know that we are here still in the pandemic times and we are using the online class as our medium towards learning. So I would like you to create a short video clip about your environment. In your video clip, I would like you to explain some specific organism that is present in your environment or in your surroundings. So, for example, excuse me, si Miss Joanna is living in Calapi, right? In Tultugan. So, please take a short video clip of 5 minutes around your surrounding and please cite some 5 organisms that is living there. So, example, Miss Joanna is citing a tree. A tree. What tree was that? So, Miss Joanna will tell us in the video that in my environment, I have here a tree that is named blah 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 blah. So, for example, she's naming mahogany tree. So, she will explain that the mahogany tree is common here. Um, Somehow it is used for firewoods and for housing purposes. But the people here is protecting the environment. That's why we are encouraged to plant mahogany trees in our environment. So that's simple. That is our performance activity. For you to pass that, maybe this Friday. Okay. So is my instruction clear? Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you for that. So for you to really understand my instruction, I have a link here for you to see in the YouTube. This link is an activity from my older student. I let them do this activity for you, for them to really know how important and for them to also understand the environment around them. So if we don't understand the environment around us, how would we care? How in what way would we care for it? So then it is an activity for you to understand your surroundings, as well as have some plans on how to preserve it. Okay? So is there any questions? Where will you be passing it? I would like you to post it in YouTube. Okay. That's a nice idea. Okay, that's a nice idea. I would like you to post it in YouTube. First, I would like you to create an account in YouTube for you to have some background, and at the same time have some learning ground to provide some learning information in YouTube. So I want you to create a YouTube account and post your videos there. After that, you know the link in YouTube. You know how to get the link in the YouTube. Okay. If you don't know, please. So yes, Miss. Since Miss Alisan know and is willing to teach you also, Miss Alisan, please have the floor. Okay. So yes, is Miss Alisan clear? So I will repeat what Miss Alisan said. Uh, After posting your video in YouTube, you can have the link on the left side of the video. There is a three dots in there. When you press that, you can see that copy link. After you press that copy link, please proceed to Messenger. So we all know that Messenger is a major factor in communication in our community as well as in the Philippines, right? So I assume that you all have Messenger. So please PM me your link, send the link to me, and for me to see your video. And at the same time, I would like to provide my comment on the comment section on that YouTube video on your YouTube account. So then, that's for the performing activity. So before that, I have also here my own my own video about my surroundings. Although this is not just a video in my own surroundings, but the places that I have been through. So I went from certain places only here in Bohol, since your teacher is still saving for further exploration. So then, I have here my own video of the things that I have observed in the environment that is really important for us individuals. So let's all watch the video. Okay, so now that we are done watching that video, I want anyone here in the class to share the ideas or share some opinion about that video, about what have you understand, about what have you acquired on that video of mine. Sige? So let me have the floor to Miss Gallego, since you are raising your hands in the Gmeet. You're lagging. So sorry. But you want to answer. Okay, sige, go. You can have the floor. Yes. Hmm. Okay. That's a good point. Miss Gallego mentioned about a certain beach. So, yes, I will share you this short experience. I went to Panglao. I saw the different kind of aquamarine biodiversity, when I saw different kind of fishes, different kind of planktons, different kind of colors. Corals. Okay, corals. Now, the question is the ocean environment still part of the environment? Anyone? Yes. So I have a short clip here for you to really understand that everything in this world that is naturally growing, naturally interacting, or somehow giving a give and take relationship is part of the environment, is part of the ecosystem. So I will show you a video here. A video that is explaining the marine ecosystem. So let's all watch this. Since we are done in watching that marine ecosystem as well as the video of mine through my experience about my surrounding, my environment, I want you to write a one paragraph essay. The essay must contain your opinion, what you have observed about that two videos that I have presented. Um, I will give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. So please tell your other classmates. I will get your papers in around 10:40. 10:40. Sige. So please make it since you would like to play the video again. Okay. So play it. So you're done. Yes, you are done. Very good. So please send it later. I would like you to take a picture of it so we could continue our class discussion and for further information and class instruction. Now, before we proceed to our next activity, I would like you to summarize what you have learned from the first activity. So yes, I hear Miss Ranyo speaking. So would you like to louder your voice? Okay. Hmm. Yes. So it is the main lesson, the main topic of what I had discussed earlier is about the population, the effects of population on the environment. So I hope you have learned something from it. Okay. I hope that you would have the idea, you would generate the interest of preserving our surroundings. So then, let's proceed. We humans are the highest form of living things living in Earth. Right? Remember? So then, since we are the highest form of livings here in Earth, I want you to think of an organism, an animal that for you has the largest factor or has the greatest effect to the environment aside from us. Okay. Sige. Anyone? Yes. The rice fields. So, even though that the rice fields can speak, right? Who among you here has rice fields? Oh, see? So, have you observed that your rice field is not speaking? Okay, okay. Yes, of course. But they are still living things. They are part of the ecosystem. They are still living organisms. For as what we know, this rice field can contribute to producing of rice crops. Of course, rice crops. So now then, name some organism that is for you a impact, less impact to us human and or to the environment. Okay. Yes, Miss Casey Rania. Hmm. Why do you think so? Okay. Let's measure your understanding about it. Ooh, wow. What a good point. But still, as I have let you understand earlier, any environment does require any organism for it to have a cycle of life. So even though Miss Casey told us that flies, mosquitoes, what are the others that you mentioned? Ah yes, yes. These certain organisms do still have a role in the ecosystem, so as in the environment. So even though that they seem to be useless, they do still have a certain role that is applicable in the environment. For examples, the flies. The flies. As we all know, that flies are somewhat annoying. Annoying. Especially when they roam around. Oh no, that's mosquito, but yes, that's how flies sounds. So they somehow roam and kinda annoy us, but when you look on the brighter side of why flies do exist in the environment, it is because they are one of the scavengers. They are ones who provide a natural decaying process of any dead living animals or dead living things. So still, although they sound like dirty living organism, somewhat very disgusting, but still they play a good role in the environment. So now let's proceed. I want you to search now um, a short list of different living organisms that is present in the marine ecosystem. So so since we are done talking about the environment in the land, so let's proceed to the marine. Okay. Yes, so have you already searched, Miss Lisan? So present your. Okay. Okay. So now do you understand that there are living things, many living things that is present in a certain environment and in a systematic ecosystem? Yes, of course. Very good. How about you, Miss Cassandra Asilo? Hmm. Okay. So you really had understand why there is an effect from the population to our environment. So for you to be able to assess yourselves as well as for me to grade you, I would like you to answer these activities. Okay? So I would like you to take a screenshot of this activity that is presented in the PowerPoint. Okay? Now, are you done? Okay. To your class mayor, please have a screenshot and send it to your GC so your classmates who are not present would see it. And please remind it to answer it, okay? So for your assignment, I would like you to create a blog. You know what is blog? Ah, okay. So you are not familiar with blog. So let's make it a bit easier for you to make. I want you to make or search your favorite living organism and post it in Facebook. So be careful of your words and please see to it that you are emphasizing your favorite living organism. So details about it. For example, I'll be posting my favorite living organism like a cat. A cat. So I will provide the scientific name of it. Make sure that it is correct. Okay? Because I will review it. And at the same time, a certain background of where the cats originated. Then how they function in the community. Okay? Then post it in Facebook. Okay? So are my activities clear and the assignment clear? So again, let me reiterate you again the instructions of each activity. So the first activity, you will take a video of your surroundings, as well as in your video, you will include a brief explanation of why and how it is served in your community, or how it will help us. The next one is the activity that you will answer. So please pass this at exactly 5 p.m. So I will wait. I will extend your submission depending on your reason. So if you have a valid reason, so I will still accept it. And lastly, for your assignment, the one that you will be posting in Facebook. So cite the most favorite living thing or your living organism, and mention its name, have its scientific name, and please do have a good background on it. You can search it in Google. So be careful, ha. If you are wanting to have or include certain information from internet, you need to cite the author or the website, the link. You just include the link on the bottom part of your post, so that it's somehow we are somehow being good digital citizens. So then also, please include pictures for validity of what you are emphasizing, especially to emphasize, to give your audience a good visualization of what you are posting. So then, are we clear? Okay. So before anything else, I would like to show you a more detailed explanation about the environment in the YouTube, for you to remember, for you to have more understanding about it. So I will play the video now. Okay, so we are done. So it's already 11. So let me check your attendance. By checking it, I would like you to fill up this form, the link that I will send in our GC. So please submit it and for your attendance. Okay, it is just a fill up form for your attendance. Then let's take a picture. So please smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. So now this class dismissed, so you can go now. Have a nice day, and please don't forget your lunch. That's all. So my demo is done, and I would like you to know and emphasize that digital literacy cannot be only applied on online classes. Digital literacy is applied in various ways of learning, especially when it comes to searching something, on being a good citizen in searching through the web or internet. And then also, digital literacy is really applicable nowadays, since it is a skill that is very essential towards learning and towards going over the new phase of living, wherein technology is advanced. There are many informations that is present in the internet, so it is us who must bear the skills to know, and to become aware of what are the threats, what could be the most possible convenient way to use it, and also to use the advantages of digital devices, digital tools, technological tools that is present nowadays. So as for me to share, I have observed that mostly in foreign countries, they use online education as part of digital skills to cater students that are from abroad. So see, imagine how being able to utilize the advantages that is present in the modern world through the digital digital tools, digital devices is applied towards learning. So it is from the teacher. It is from the teacher who is very knowledgeable to think of ways to apply digital tools and devices in learning. So for us teachers, it is really important to know and to have the digital skills for us to cater all the learning expectations for the children, for your learners. Because as what I have know and understand, we may somehow be informative, but the internet has more to offer. So we need to collaborate. We need to integrate the learning that is given from the digital tools, digital platforms for us. For us to become more productive, of course, to become more effective. So this is your uh this is your classmate, di pa the teacher. So this is your classmate Ulysses GM Carpos sharing you this as my realization about digital skills, digital about digital literacy, and I hope that you learn something from me. Thank you.